Hey guys, Creek Moss here, and today I'm going to be making a video about how prepared you really are with just items around the house. Today I'm going to show you a survival kit that I've made with just stuff that I have found around my house. Now, a lot of you don't really think about things like this, and you think you have to go out and buy an expensive survival kit that has all this stuff in it, but I'm going to show you from what I found around my house just the essentials that you'll need to survive in a wilderness situation or maybe even in an urban situation. I know we're in uncertain times right now, and I feel like this video is very much needed to show you at home just how prepared you are if you do need to survive. Now, to start off with, you're going to need some type of container to put all your stuff in. Now, you can use a gallon freezer bag. As you can see, I don't have a gallon freezer bag. This is the biggest one I got. But if you have a gallon freezer bag, that'll work perfect. Or just any kind of container. I'm just going to use this container that I have right here to put all the stuff in, just because it's something that I had laying around my house that I can use. It's pretty deep and pretty big, so all this stuff is going to fit right inside of here. So let's just get started. The first thing, I'm not going in any kind of order of importance or anything like that. I'm just going to, when I pick something up, I'm going to talk about it. So the first thing is you're going to want to have some type of knife. Now, I know that you all watching a previous video, I reviewed a good survival knife, but I know that not everybody at home has access to something like that. But I think everybody has a pocket knife at home. And this is just a pocket knife. You can buy one of these at Walmart or whatever the case may be. But this is just a pocket knife I had laying around the house, and this can be used to cut stuff, to whittle wood shavings down to make a fire, what have you. A knife is good in any kind of situation. I suggest you carry one every day. So, going in the kit. Now we have a signaling device, and all this is this is one of my wife's little mirrors. I got it. It's shiny on the back, as well as it opens up, and it has two mirrors. You can reflect light. You can signal with it if you need to signal for help in a survival situation. I didn't have a whistle laying around my house or some type of big, vibrant orange piece of fabric, but again, this is just stuff that I've found laying around my house. So, signaling device, little mirror, works perfect in the kit. Some type of fire starter. I know that not everybody has a ferrous rod laying around or some type of fancy survival fire starter, but I'm sure everybody has a lighter. And this is just an old candle lighter right here that I light my candles with. And the good thing about this lighter is you don't have to get your hand right down onto the material that you're trying to light. You can stay back from it a little bit, prevent you from burning yourself. But I feel like everybody has some type of lighter laying around. And as long as you keep this dry and in the kit, it's going to work. So, going in the kit, fire starter. Another thing, a marker. And I don't suggest just like a plain black marker. I suggest a bright, vibrant marker in case you need to write something down. You need to draw an arrow pointing in the direction that you're traveling in. You get bit by a tick, you can circle the area, kind of keep an eye on it. So a marker is perfect in this situation. And at the end of the day, you can take this marker apart, cut the end off of it, you got yourself a little straw. So it's more than one purpose on the marker. Another thing, cotton balls. Cotton balls are good. You can pour liquid over the cotton ball, filter it down into some type of container, filter out big particles. You can use them to start a fire. You can use them to dop up blood if you get cut. You can use them for a multitude of different things. Cotton balls, perfect survival item. Has a lot of different uses. Number one use being a fire starter. It's good tinder, keep it dry, be able to start a fire in the kit. Another survival item, a flashlight. Now, everybody should just have a flashlight laying around the house in case the power goes out. I have more than one flashlight because I like having a lot of flashlights around. You never know when you're going to need one, but this is just a flashlight that I had laying around my house. It's good seeing in the dark. You're out in the woods or you're in an urban setting. It's dark, you need to see. Flashlight going in the kit. Alright, another thing, hand sanitizer. I know that in today's times in the pandemic, I'm pretty sure everybody has some form of hand sanitizer laying around. And the hand sanitizer is going to serve for more than just sanitizing your hands. It's very flammable. Hand sanitizer is very flammable. And mixed with cotton balls, you got a fireball fire starter right there. A little hand sanitizer on a cotton ball. The thing's going to burn hot. It's going to enable you to start a fire quickly. Another thing a hand sanitizer can be used for is if you get a cut or a laceration, squirt it on there, rub it around. Good for killing germs in your wound, keeping it from getting infected. So hand sanitizer has more than one use, and at the end of the day, you have a container. Once you use it all, you can put stuff in like water or whatever you need to put in here. So hand sanitizer, more than one use, great survival item going in the kit. Another item is just some cord, some string. Maybe you got some old shoelaces laying around the house. You're going to want to have those so you can make a fire bow if your lighter runs out of fluid and start a fire with it. You can tie stuff. You can secure things with it. You can make a tourniquet out of it if you get a deep laceration. So cord, shoestrings, rope, anything like that needs to go in the survival kit. And everybody should have some type of cords, shoelaces, shoestrings, whatever, just laying around the house, just in the survival kit. Another thing, a bottle of water. You got to have water to live. You can go without food for 5 to 7 days, but you can't go without water longer than probably 2 days. It's essential to life. After you drink this bottle of water, guess what? You have a container to put more water in, and you can use your cotton balls, again, cotton balls, more than one purpose, to help filter out larger particles in the water that you might be wanting to put back in this. And to that point, a can of food. Let me tell you the good thing about having a can of food in your survival kit. Number one, it's food and you can eat it. Now, it needs to be a can that you can open without a can opener, because you don't want to dull your knife trying to open a can of beans when you don't have to. And in today's times, more times than not, when you buy a can of food, it's the pop top, especially if it's some delicious Campbell's chicken noodle soup. So, to this point, once you eat the food out of this can, you have a pot. Guess what you can do with that pot? You can boil water to put back in your bottle of water. Make your water safe to drink. Boil it for at least 90 seconds. Kills all the germs and stuff like that and makes it drinkable. So the can of food is going to feed you. It's also going to be used as a pot to boil water, maybe even to cook more food. So, in the survival kit. A pair of pliers. I'm sure that everybody has a pair of pliers laying around their house or some kind of junk drawer or something to that extent. It's good to have a pair of pliers in case you need to, they have a little wire cutter on them in case you need to cut some wires. You got a splinter in there. You can get your splinter out. You can use it to open a can of food if you don't have a pop-top food item available to put in your survival kit. It's just good to always have a pair of pliers in a survival situation. They just have a multitude of uses, and I will go into pliers in a survival situation in another video, because the possibilities are endless with this pair of pliers. So, in the kit. Another item that is good to have in a survival kit is an ace bandage. And I'm sure at one point in everybody's life they've had to go to the doctor because they've hurt their shoulder, they've hurt their wrist, they've hurt their ankle, they've hurt their knee, and they've had an ace bandage wrapped up around it, and they've probably given you one in the pack still to send home with you so you can have another one for backup. So an ace bandage, like I said, is a great survival item. You can use it to wrap up a sprain. You can use it to make a bandage out of, cover a laceration. You can use it to tie stuff up, kind of as, maybe you can use it as a cord substitute, but ace bandage, great survival item going in the kit. Last but not least, everybody in their house should have a first aid kit of some type laying around. Especially you people out there that's got kids, you got some form of first aid kit laying around. And this is a first aid kit from the Dollar Tree. It doesn't have to be elaborate. You're just, really the only things that you need in a survival situation is fire, water, and shelter, because you can go without food for 5 to 7 days. So as long as you got those three, all this other stuff in this survival kit is just to make life easier for you. So it's just a little basic first aid kit. I'll open it up and show you the stuff that's in it. Clothespins, for digging out splinters or popping blisters or whatever, have you. It's got a little pair of scissors in it, but I don't trust them. Probably no good, but it's metal and it's a little bit sharp at the end. You could, at the end of the day, use it to cut something if you had to. Comes with a little fingernail file, a bottle opener, little knife combo, not very sharp, but still, in a survival situation, anything's better than nothing. Little pair of tweezers. Tweezers have endless possibilities. You can use it to pick out splinters or whatever, thorns. Some Q-tips, you know, it has cotton at the end. You can use it to start a fire, use it to clean out a wound, whatever. And it has a couple Band-Aids in it. We all know what Band-Aids are used for, so. And after you open the Band-Aid up, you can use the paper to help you start a fire. So, we'll gonna throw that in the survival kit. Now this survival kit is just something that I thought was necessary to go over because of the uncertain times that we're having right now in the world. People are kind of up in the air, a little nervous. So I just wanted to show you exactly how prepared you really are with just stuff that you can find around your house. So all this stuff I've found just in my house, in my home. So, and I've wanted to show you really how prepared you are with just stuff you had around your house, and I bet you thought that you wasn't this prepared. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video today. I had a great time making it, and I love each and every one of you. And this is Creek Moss, and happy trails.